I'm here with Joel Karsten, the author of the Straw Bale Garden book. Let's hold the book up for those who are unfamiliar with that. Talk about how did you come up with this concept of planting a straw bale? Where was the aha moment?
Well, I'll tell you, I grew up on a dairy farm.
Okay.
And when I was a little kid, I used to see old bales of straw that would lay up against the barn. You get a broken string and we just toss it up against the barn. And eventually that bale would start to decompose, and the biggest, tallest thistles on the whole farm would be the ones growing out of those decomposing bales. So essentially, 15 years later, I buy a house and I have this much topsoil in my yard. Normally you would build raised beds, but I had another problem. I had just graduated college and I just bought a house, so I was broke. So I thought back to those bales that used to lay by the barn. I decided to try growing vegetables out of those bales. Now I happen to have a degree in horticulture from the University of Minnesota, so that was helpful. I started doing some experimenting early on and I found that it worked really well. And just over the last 20 years, I sort of perfected the method, and a couple years ago I wrote this book about it, and there'll be another book coming out sometime soon about this method as well. So.
Now with square bales, it's not just straw. As we talked about, You're one of our guests on the podcast. You can use hay as well.
You could use hay bales, yeah. If I have a choice, you can buy hay or you can buy straw, I'll take the straw bales. In our part of the world, straw is a little cheaper usually than hay is, but hay will work just fine. It just doesn't have quite the moisture holding capacity that straw does, so it tends to dry out early. But once it begins to decompose, hay actually has more nitrogen in it, more protein, so therefore more nitrogen than straw does. So it's more nutrients long term.
Now in the book, you go through step-by-step procedure from what is the biggest mistake people say? Oh, I see his book, I'm just going to throw a straw bale out there and throw some seeds in it. It doesn't work that way.
Unfortunately, I've had that happen. I tell people it's like trying to make banana cream pie without bananas in a cream. You got to follow the process because you have to get these bales conditioned, and that involves growing bacteria inside the bales. So if you don't put nitrogen and water on those bales over a period of time and grow that bacteria inside the bales, you're not going to be successful. Anything you put in the bales is going to get eaten by the microbes in the bale as a source of nitrogen if you don't haven't already fed those microbes. So that's the biggest mistake, is people don't thoroughly condition the straw bales before they plant into them, and then they won't be successful.
And then you can, it done based on what vegetable you grow, you can maybe get these the last couple of years.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, for people who want to purchase your book who didn't come to the Expo today, where's the best place they can get it from?
From my website. That's the best place. Yeah, strawbalegardens.com. And I'll send you an autographed copy if you get it from the website.
Ship anywhere in the world?
Ship anywhere in the world, yep.
Thank you, Joel.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Yeah.